off, which is paint one of these houses in practice where they are coming out better than the actual painting. So let's see where we're at. Hmm, uh, I'm gonna try a little brown, get a brown red. Okay, that looks good. And see if we can, I guess we're gonna come right here. And maybe hit some right here, why not? Let's try to do these two roofs like right there. I'm gonna see about some yellow. And last but not least, see about like a dark right here. Hmm. Okay, I guess that's my warm up. I think we were working on this roof right here last time, and there are two chimneys in there. Okay, so I got a puddle in the perfect position for right there, and I'm just gonna leave it. Hopefully, it evaporates and has a pleasing look. And then, how about I'm gonna get a hint of blue and see about just coming right here with the hint of blue. Okay, good. And see about making this a little darker on the top. And I don't remember what this is supposed to be, but time to make it a more subtle area. Just try and make that one lighter. Now it's lighter. I want to see about getting more green. I want dark and not aggressive. A dark and non-aggressive green. I'll try right here. Start building on the green. That looks good. Okay. And down here, of course, we really want to get with the program on green. So let's see if we can't just keep developing this green, which is supposed to appear closer than most anything else in the painting there. So here I gotta create another green, which is not aggressive, a relaxed green. Thanks for visiting. We're trying to do the 1963 photograph. We uh, we start the day with painting warm-up houses, and that's them. And that's is to warm up the hand and brush. And now I am in the process of trying to develop all these rooftops and houses that are down there, and it's slow going, that's for sure. But anyway, hopefully, when we're all done, we'll have a meaningful and worthwhile watercolor of the little French village there. Here, I'm just doing some dots. I don't really have the. There's another painting from, I don't know, 6 months or 8 months ago where there's a lot of distant trees, and I was trying to depict it with just dots. And, I don't know if it worked okay, not great. Here, I'm trying to put smaller dots where I have a lot of big dots there. I don't want to get too close to the edge there. Let's see about like right here a little bit. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. And this, I'm just going to blot that up. Make it a little more, by blotting it up, we make it a little more subtle. And I guess we could do the same thing right there, except that was apparently yesterday. So I'm just going to blot that up artificially by putting some water on there. Okay, great. And then this, what was this here? I'm going to see about getting some kind of definition in there. I'll call that a wall. Here comes a burnt umber leans green plus a golden, what do you call that stuff? Van Dyke green with a golden hue. Let me see if I'll just come here and accentuate that triangle. Okay. And this, I think we could maybe do, oh, okay. That's possibly good. Here I want to just do one side of that roof. And let's see about this. This one looks good. We could, copy that theme. Let's see about putting like two windows here. And then this, I suppose, is another roof in front. And over here, I'll try another window right there. And cool. And then here, put a whole series of dots just to say, hey, we are something in there. And I think we're going to try to just get a little thing going there. And it'd be good to have white right there. I'm reluctant to put, I think I was gonna, where's my friend? Here it is. I'm gonna try to put a white highlight for this right here. See if this is coming out okay. And I guess we're gonna try right here. That did the job. Anywhere else we want to put an obnoxious white highlight? How about right here? That we're gonna say is gonna be the building of that. And I guess we could put a couple of dots right here. That might have been unwise, but too late now. See about a line right here. Why not? Okay, great. Let's try to get something happening right here. Hey, Blake Myers, 27, and thanks for the greeting. Hello to you. All right, I'm gonna try just get a medium and unobtrusive dark line here. Let's try a little red in there. This, I can't even remember what color that is. This used to be a really good Primatech color, which the paint's almost gone. Try and just collect a little bit of that. Okay, so now we're gonna have a warm gray. Okay, there's our warm gray. And I want to get some kind of structure here. So that was this supposed to be a little house right there. And then go like this. Okay. And then here, let's see if we can. I guess we're gonna here make this is gonna be a house in front. A lot of the houses have this kind of a triangular roof, and then right down here is another one in front of that, and then this has a very important focal point of a blue gray roof. I don't know if I think we're gonna exaggerate that color a little bit. Let's see what happens if we mix our existing gray with some cobalt blue. And then let's call that the blue gray. Let's see what happens. That is, it's really, I think we're going to use a magnified version of this blue gray to paint this steeple right there. So, here, shall we leave that little white speck there? I don't know. I think I'm going to leave the little white speck. Okay, now there in this steeple there's a little bit of violet. I'm going to add some violet to our blue here. Okay. I'm going to go violet right down here. Now I want to get a blue. That looks a little weird, but try the blue. I'll try and get it to look straight. And just put a dot right here. I don't know if that's good. I don't think so, but whatever. Now let's try to get a little line right here. Now I'm going to try to go very dark. Critical line right here. Hope I don't muck it up. Let's see what happens. Okay. And then this really has to stick out. Ready? Okay, came out good. And right here. And really, we would want a white line right there, but I don't really have the uh, possibility of a white line. I'm going to just try to go right here. And I don't know if that's really a great idea. Hmm. And while we got that super dark, I want to emphasize this and this. Oh, that looks great suddenly. Okay, cool. And right here, why don't we try to capture this kind of I'm gonna get into a brick color that's leans yellow for that. Brick is what it is. It's a faded brick color, but I want to give it some pop with yellow, and I got just the yellow right here. I'm going to activate this color right here. So it's going to be a very good. Uh, this is a color called rust, which is it's kind of like a fluorescent yellow with yellow ochre in it, and but you know, it also has hints of green. And now I want to do that with red, so let's see where we're at. So, I mean, it'd be good if this really did pop. Um, I'm gonna just try some dots going right here. And not too bad. And when that dries, I'm gonna run some water through there and kind of smear it, but hopefully maintain the integrity of the dots. And put one more there. And later on, we can do a dark green that really tightens up the negative space right there. But for right now, we're just going to leave it like that, I guess. And hopefully, we have made a positive contribution to the area. I guess why not do, I'm going to go into a little bit of reddish brown and try to establish a, you see how this wall is in shadow, and just see if we can establish that wall in shadow without going too too bold and forward. Let's see what happens. Good, good, not bad. And then take a dry brush, try to pick up some of this puddle I just put there. And let's just see if we can get a super faint representation over there. Yes, we did. And we pick some of this up. That was picking up too much. Go in for another layer. That looks good, I think. Maybe. I think maybe that looks good. I'm not sure. And then we're going to definitely clean up this whole edge over there. I'm going to let that dry a minute and then try to sort of blot it up so it becomes more subtle. Thanks for visiting. We're trying to do a watercolor of the little French village. We have established the this area sort of. We got a first coat on the sky. The sky is gonna need some kind of work. I don't know what. I haven't decided what, but I mean it should really be darker up there. Plus I slopped some paint over there and then tried to water it down, and that's why I got this stain over here. Anyway, we are looking for something down the lines of depth, and there's these two churches are kind of focal points. There is not really a focal point there. I mean, this house here, we decided is going to go right here. And, well, it's a lot of fun here. And unfortunately, I got to go to work. But, you know, having to go to work is one of my biggest motivations to paint it all. So, you know, get a day off and just don't do anything all day. You have to go to work, jump up and do some painting. Okay. Anyway, it's a very slow progress. How long we been here now? 19 minutes. Wow, look at that. Okay. Anyway, uh I guess I'm gonna call it a day. Village. Slow going. Our big accomplishment today was the steeple. Yes. And establishing this as far right focal point. Okay. And oh, yes, we did a warm up exercise, which was something about these practice houses. All right. See everybody next time. Thanks for visiting Real Time Watercolor Painting today.